Hey everybody, I'm here to talk to you about Love and Hip Hop ATL Season 4, Episode 1. Yo, I don't know about nobody else, but I could not wait for the ATL Love and Hip Hop franchise to come back. That is my absolute favorite. I didn't watch Hollywood. I didn't watch New York. I just watched the reviews for it. And I have to say, some of my favorite YouTubers, Bondi, It's Rocks, Alex Rogers, Much Love, Sean Bradley, who has my stomach hurting all of the time with the microphone, is absolutely just fabulous. But and Tina in the background, Tina and back Sean in the background with on the microphone, and Ike off doing whatever he doing. But anyway, I just was waiting for it, and I mean, the reality shows that I was watching before, I can't watch no more. I don't know, like I fell off with Housewives. I was only watching the reviews. Um, Once upon a time, I used to watch Bad Girls. You know when I used to watch Bad Girls Club, when Natalie was on there, and I think the girl's name was Portia, and she had a daughter, and Natalie said something foul out her mouth about the girl's daughter. Girl wasn't bothering her, wasn't saying nothing until she was in a whole nother room. And when she overheard Natalie talking that ish, she ran from the room. She kept running to every room. And when she got down there to Natalie, she gave Natalie the business. Segue into Little Scrappy, Mama D, and Bambi. Those will be the first three that I talk about because they're the ones that are freshest in my mind. I was watching other reviews and it was just talking about how, you know, when Mama D talked to Erica at her you deserve, I deserve, we deserve little sound part or whatever that was they was at. She was just telling how Scrappy ain't paying his child support or whatever. And truthfully, I feel like Erica does not want to put Scrappy in court. That is obvious. Just from looking at what's going to come next week when he's like, listen, if he's not doing it, you're going to have to get him arrested. You're going to have to report it, and it's going to be a whole big thing. And she like kind of breaks up like she wants to cry because she probably don't want it to come to that or whatever. But what you going to do? I mean, it is what it is or whatever. And somebody was saying, well, she never said he wasn't a good father or whatever. He's just not helping with the support or whatever for what she needs. And it's understandable that, you know, if they still have a good rapport or whatever, she don't want to do it that way because then it's going to take him into the system or whatever. But he's kind of forcing her hand. But Mama D is listening. They got a better relationship going on, so she says. And it seemed like it. And I always felt like Mama D always rocked with the girl opposite Erica. I don't know why. You know, because I guess Erica wasn't in there trying to do backflips for her love like these other girls was doing to be next to Scrappy or whatever. And then at the end of the day, Mama really rocks out with Scrappy. Because if they tear their ass with Scrappy, she done with him. Poof, pal, be gone. Off with your head and put her in the dungeon in the castle. You know how she do. But I felt like, you know, her talking to her and she said, I'm going to talk to him or whatever. So she went out there, she did her little, I deserve, we deserve, everybody serve, a tisket, a tasket, a green and yellow basket, doing rips and runs and stuff. And she said, Scrappy, I want to talk to you about what Erica said. She said, you're not paying. Bambi, why are you in that conversation? You should have had nothing to say. You already expressed you and Mama D ain't in the best terms or whatever, but who is Mama D always in good terms with? But anyway, she says, you know, oh no, Scrappy, you have nothing to do with that. If you're dealing with a dude who has a child with someone else, I mean, especially if there's really no beef, but it seems like Erica has a beef with her because she called it a bird or whatever. And excuse me, but Erica, you didn't get your panties all in a bunch until he came on in and was like kind of serious. Because you know, the baby mom, like, unless they just absolutely don't deal with him at all. Like, I really don't deal with my son's father. He deals with him. If he deals with us at all, because my son is 15. It's no reason for you to talk to me. But what was I gonna say? You should be with a guy. You should not want to be with a guy who's slack on his payments or whatever. And I don't really know what the real deal is or whatever, but keep your mouth out of stuff that the mother is talking to the son about the granddaughter. You have nothing to do with that. Now, one thing I have saw that Bambi does have something to do with. Whereas Erica has turned from a person that I used to like. She was one of the girls that I liked. It was like one of the more real, real feeling or real acting. And then a little like a last season or season before, she started being Queen Pop Off. Oh, like she was about this one. She's the queen of popping off, but Bambi has been proven to be the queen of pop a bitch in the mouth and keep on going and give me a kiss and let's smoke and dance and drink and turn up. So I would love to see that little mashup happen, like, bit by bam. But anyway, I don't never promote nobody fighting, but they get paid to do that, so I ain't worrying about it. But yeah, that was them. Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Oh, I wanted to tell about Scrappy's little jacket. I don't know what he was doing, but I seen the little fur. I don't know what kind of was it from the Scooby Doo collection, especially specialized made for Scrap Doo. I don't know. I don't know, but I was just like, oh goodness. Much love said, I like Scrappy, but his wardrobe choices or something. Not so much. I'm like, what does he do? He do too much. You like have on too many things at one time, and it just looked like this when he on the screen. But then, and that's one thing. What's the girl name? Bambi. If you're gonna get in something, get into him going to get his little stuff from Dapper Dan Plus. We don't need him to come on screen looking like that again. Cause Scrappy's a cute little something. He got a nice set of teeth or whatever. But I'm gonna need him to have his little outfits together next time. I don't like that. So anyway, Kirk and Rashida. Rashida. Hair, love it. She don't like she got a split in on her head. She don't have none. And then her facial, her makeup, on point. And I would never know. I don't even never know how old Rashida is. I hear it in the tabloids, the blogs, whatever they call it. But she looks really good, and I really like just the way they do her makeup. She has never looked jacked up on TV. Some people, they don't make the right choices with their hair or with their makeup, and they be like, it was too much or whatever. She always looks like, you know what I'm saying? She just made for whatever it was. It don't even look like she had on makeup half the time. It's like she just looks really nice. But and she's saying her business is booming and everything or whatever. But the storyline of them with this him always cheat, it's like innuendo and cheating, and she said it ain't no storyline. This is the real deal last year, but it was just like too much. And then like we're back into this. When did Kirk become this a-hole of a guy that everybody's like, oh my God, here he go again. This clown, this buster, this, you want to play Don Juan, but ain't nobody checking for you like that for real, for real. You down there trying to check for the little girl that was getting the drinks last time, and now this chick come in here. You got an apartment that you couldn't get Rashida's storefront for her business, but you go and get a 2-bedroom apartment. If you go in there to mess around, what do you need a 2-bedroom apartment for? What, they gonna stay over and bring their kids to? I don't understand it. And I just don't. These storylines, like somebody was saying, get a fresh storyline for them. It's always going to be about now him doing some shady shit, Rashida catching him, us calling her dumb, him like, you ain't so much. I don't know why he think it's okay for him to act like that and then say I'm sorry and buy her a car. Side note, the baby is cute. And I just say that little baby Carter is cute. And I'm moving on. Okay. Who else? Carly. Carly is back. When I tell you Carly has survived all 4 seasons, it has been biatches that have come and gone. But Carly is still there riding that love and hip hop ATL train. Now, I don't know what little child she going to be trying to get with this season, because she like them young boys or whatever. And I was good to see, but I don't know, like, cause Carly had a whole butt out, and she was in the movie was it Top 5 with Chris Rock, and it was like, wait a minute, we seen Carly. Well, we kind of saw her in her light that she portrays on Love and Hip Hop. We just saw more of her skin, to say the least. But Carly's still rocking out. She's more friends with everybody, but it don't seem like that's gonna last with her and Rashida. They gonna have a little falling out or whatever. But she's still there. Like, she stands the test of time. K. Michelle done shook the table on her. Young Jock done showed off on her. Had her fighting baby knees. Is it fat knees, baby knees? What is it, Rock? Baby knees. Okay. Baby knee. And baby knees done got a little character. You better be adding to the cast. Let's see if she gonna be like a Portia or a Diamond's daughter. And I only got that from watching the reviews that Diamond Strawberry, when she said something to Johnny Blaze about she was like, I don't know what you all in my business for calling me a horrible mom. You was just an extra. She said, bitch, your daughter was an extra. You better what? You better get her right together. I thought that was hella funny. But anyway, so yeah, Carly still hanging on, still hanging on. Um, who else we saw? We saw Ariane still playing the back. Like I said, I think Carly got more of a spot because she actually. I don't know if Ariane was even in the beginning. This is the life. This is the life credits. Was she? Tell me if she was. Leave the comments below if you leave me a comment. I need to see more comments. I like to interact with y'all and tell me what you think and what you think I might have missed or something like that. And do you agree with some of the things that I say? But anyway, so we get to Nico and his whiz. Nico just seemed shisty. Nico just always came off wrong to me. He just always seemed suspect to me. He just always seemed to do exactly what he's doing. He's good for exactly what he's doing. And in love and hip hop, I don't never really understand why Mimi was so. I don't know. You know, they always say it's in the script or whatever. It seems so much more scripted now than reality. But and I wanna like I wanna like Mimi. You know what I mean? Cause she's a single mom. She doing her thing. Okay, now the phone gonna ring. The phone ain't never rung while I was doing videos. Now it's gonna ring now. But I'm not. I'm gonna let it go to voicemail anyway. If I ain't nobody but no bill collector anyway. So anyway, yeah, I said bill collector because I got bills and they trying to collect, but they ain't gonna because I ain't got it. So anyway. So Nico and what's the girl name? Mimi says she has a book deal or whatever. I'm gonna say and talk about Mimi and Stevie J for last because to me Stevie is my favorite, and I know it might seem like whatever, but to me Stevie is the most creditable dude on the show. I said that on my Facebook post last night, and that's bad to say Stevie is the most credible dude on the show. But anyway, so and I mean Scrappy is, but Scrappy, I don't even put them on the same level. I feel like Scrappy's a young boy or whatever. I don't think like Stevie J is like right under me. I'm pretty sure he's in his early 40s if he's not 40 already. But anyway, if he's not older. Anyway, what was I saying? Nico is just like slithers, like he just slaps around, you know. That's why so much S come out when he talk, because he's a snake. And somehow, some way, I guess they're done with each other. They're not dealing with each other no more. Him and Mimi, but he is getting these book. He got a book deal for her, or whatever. She tried to make light of it. He comes in the photo shoot that she's doing for her book, and he like, I see you doing photo shoots and stuff. Where's my, percentage? Oh, you don't get this and you don't get that. Mimi, just because you don't mess with him no more, don't mean that the deal is now null and void. Because if you go before a judge, he gonna say that y'all signed paperwork. Sometimes, matter of fact, anytime you could say something out your mouth, and if it's a verbal agreement, and you could say, "Yeah, I said that," and that person say, "Yeah, I said that." Oh well, there you go. You can't just say, "Oh, I don't mean it now because I'm mad or whatever." So you signed over 25% or whatever. It's like you trying to make light of it, but you can't really get out of it now that you mad or whatever. So he gets some of your money. He's an a-hole, and the way he goes about it, he always try to give you that whole Stevie J, host of Lean, I made you, I helped you, we orchestrated all of this together. Now, I gotta get my money or whatever. Which in a way, you gotta give it to him or whatever. I don't know what court of law is gonna say that you don't. But it's just the way that he go about it. And she was like, "Oh, this is the last stop on your gravy train or whatever." Mimi, come on, you kind of knew that's what he was about or whatever. But you was head over heels. You did your shower ride. You was swinging. You know what I'm saying? So now it's time to pay up. Anyway, so she gets him. She tells him off. He leaves out like, "Yeah, B, I want my money." And later on, he meets up with this wife that she found out about last season. And the wife, she seems okay or whatever. She kind of got the, shaved off lines. Alex says she got the lesbian haircut. I'm pretty sure whoever she was messing around with in their open marriage, I'm pretty sure it was a woman. That was funny though. But anyway, she's sitting there, she like, yeah, now, that you done with Mimi or whatever, we always had this kind of stuff going on. And soon as, she was saying how she felt about him messing around with Mimi or whatever, he had to bring up, oh, well, you had people, you ain't tell me. If we're in an open relationship, that means that's just what it is. It's open. I don't need to tell you. Just know that I'm dealing with other people when we're apart. Like, don't try to, men always try to do that. Oh, you slept with my sister. Oh, well, you ain't tell me when you had a boyfriend when you was 15. What does that got to do with you slept with my sister and I'm trying to address it now? You want to bring up somebody I dealt with when I was 15 years old. That's how they do to get your mind off of what you were initially asking them, to get you all excited and mad at what they said to you when you trying to vindicate or verbalize, how you feel about whatever they just said to you. Like, knock it off. All right. So anyway, they sitting there. He was like, "Oh, I always love you." It was like smacks of Mimi and Stevie J last season when they were sitting at the table and Mimi came to see him after the whole tape scandal had broke and he found out he leaked it. He was like, "I know he leaked those things." And she was like, she did a Nico to Stevie J when he was questioning her about, your dude is shady. I know he leaked that sex tape or whatever. Didn't you have a sex tape? Why are you asking me about mine? You know how her voice is. She was like, he was like, yeah, I did, but it's different for me. Unfortunately, a man, I can do that. You can't do that. I can have all the kids and all the sex tapes. You can't do that. Everybody's gonna look at you as a skank or whatever. So he's talking to the wife, she cried and whatever. He was like, I love you, we always gonna be together, whatever. Now we on the take for Mimi, and she like saying little sly stuff about Mimi or whatever. He was like, I want you to come here to Atlanta. Oh, I don't want to uproot from New York, this, that, and the third. But again, just like Alex Rogers said, Alex said if she was doing it over there in New York, she wouldn't be ready to come and leave and come over there to Atlanta. Because we'll see she in future episodes, that's what she's going to do. So, that was over or whatever. So I'm like, okay, so they both gonna be on the tape. So what's gonna happen? Him and the wife gonna try to like triple team on Mimi trying to get the money or whatever. It just all seems shicey. I don't like him, or I ain't really liking her. But she did kind of get them together on that park bench though. About his bull crap. What else? Oh, Stevie and Mimi. I'ma just say this. I like Stevie. Stevie is funny. Stevie has his problems or whatever. But I like Stevie. I know that Stevie's a dog, a dog ass when it comes to females. I know this. But last season, when him and Mimi was sitting at that table and it was at the end, and she was realizing how this was all coming down on her. When it all falls down. Oh, I don't know where that came from. I had my vocals was together today, because any other time with the fan always blowing in my face because I'm always hot, that would have been like, when it. Y'all wouldn't have heard none of the rest of it. It would have just cut off. Like somebody turned my volume off or something. But anyway, I was smooth with it the day that y'all hear that. I was channeling my inner Selena Johnson. Because let me tell you something. If I die and I come back as somebody else, I want to come back looking like Selena Johnson, be built like her and everything. Because I think she is awesome. Anyway, representing for the thick chicky chicks. But anyway, so when they were sitting at the table last season, and she was just telling him, yeah, he did. And, I'm getting the shitty end of the stick because, again, I'm the woman and everybody looks down on the woman. He was just looking at her. And when she started crying, you could see he had the tears in his throat, but he didn't. He kept them. He looked like he wanted to cry because I feel like he genuinely loves Mimi, and I know he probably did not like that situation. He don't care what he do with Joseline on there having a whole peeing on the stick and having an abortion and all that on the tizzle. It's okay for him to do that, but he don't want his daughter's mother on TV doing that. And when she can just go on there and have like. I don't know what was worse, Jocelyn having an abortion on TV or her having a whole sex tape that's still around, because we remember that about Jocelyn, but we have so many other things like her whipping ass all up and down through New York last season, just taking bitches out. As she had said, I'm gonna get you, and one in the front, in the back, and in the middle. Yo, that's it, percent. Word up. That's how she was. She was MC Light with hers, but anyway. So I feel that those two will always, because they have a daughter together. That's number one. But they love each other, and I know Mimi loved him. He hurt the crap out of her on TV, so she tried to hurt him. But sometimes you don't like cut your nose off to spite your face, though, boo. Like you ain't have to do a sex tape. What's the song? Yeah, you know I was gonna get right back, but you ain't had to get a boy like that. No, you ain't had to do your Neo on him and your what's his name? What's his name? I can't think of him from Wu Tang. But anyway, so them becoming partners after that whole New York thing, and no matter what Mimi and Stevie go through, they're always going to gravitate back towards each other. And this is my prediction. He was talking about some. Well, she told him Eva said that she wanted a baby brother or sister. He talking about something. I offered up my special sauce for Eva to have a brother or sister. And my thing is, she's all like, oh no, I don't want that or whatever. That wouldn't surprise me is if that becomes a storyline next year or at the end of this season or next season. Because I could see her doing that. She made a sex tape with Nico. She can't take Stevie's sperm and inseminate herself and give Eva a brother or sister. That's to me, that's not far fetched. I would go as far as to say I could see him and her getting back together. I really could see that. And Jocelyn just going on to do her own thing. Yeah, he might still, back and forth with both of them, but I could see him jumping back to Mimi and then Jocelyn be playing the Mimi part. And I have to say that I didn't miss Joseline. It just, everybody was like, it was kind of dry, whatever. We was missing Jocelyn. Like, I was missing her or whatever. But I still, enjoyed the episode because I was just so glad to see them come back. Just so glad. And even though it was so much last season, it was so much like, I cannot believe this is going on. I was glad to see them. And like I said, now that haircut that Stevie has looking like a miniature Burger King hat, I'm going to need him to not, like the Gumby ain't never really fully came back. Like nobody rocked the Gumby like B Brown. You know what I'm saying? B Brown was a Gumby. But that's one of them ones that just never really came back. You didn't have the high top fade come back. You done had the parts and stuff come back. Because you see, Nico's wife had him all over here. She was Etch-a-Sketch on this side. You better Etch-a-Sketch it. But the Gumby, it was like a little, like he was like, welcome to Hoochie Burger. May I take it? Can you speak directly into the Hoochie so I can hear you? I'm Martin. But anyway. So, yeah, I just like, that's my thing. I think that Mimi becoming partners with him, all of that, him acting up and drinking and stuff. Yeah, that was just par for the course because that's who Stevie is. But I can see, and Nico and Stevie J. I know Stevie J probably wants to really beat Nico's ass or whatever. I don't know if it's going to be so easy or whatever. Because when they were talking, you could tell. Because Stevie get his faces when he ain't playing. Like, they could be recording all they want to, but Stevie gets this face, and it ain't when he be like, it'd be like this one face when he kind of go to the side with his face and be like, he ain't playing. And that's when he get to calling people bitches and stuff, because when him and Jocelyn get into it, as soon as he's real mad, he call her a bitch. Watch if you think I'm lying. Anytime that he get really mad and he ain't worrying about that, you be playing with somebody, and when shit get real, you be like, and everybody know you serious. That's how he get. When him and her go off, because she always hit him with something or hit him, he be like, that bitch, this. So anyway, yeah, I can see that. I can see them two getting back together. So we'll see how that pan out. Him and Nico getting the scrap on. That would be something fun to see. I'm gonna say two predictions that I would like to see a little tussle up. Bambi and Erica. Because, Bambi, you do need to mind your business. Just like, I can't remember the girl. Erica Pinky, whatever her name was. Erica Delusional. Because she was cuckoo. When she was in Bambi's business, Bambi got her right out of her business. Boop, bop, bop. And something else. But anyway, I want to see them two scrap. And I want to see a real scrap between Stevie and Nika. All right. So that's basically it. I did miss Jocelyn. Miss Jocelyn Hernandez. But everybody laughed at me when I said, listen, Stevie's my dude. I live for his antics. I mean, yeah, he ain't right, but at the end of the day, I like Stevie, and I think that he's funny, and I think he's good for the show. I think the things that he do and say keep the show going when Jocelyn is not there. He probably was the highlight, just acting up and acting a fool, and we like, look at this damn fool or whatever. Because the rest of them, I can't. I absolutely can't, but I can, and I'm gonna do it every week. So meet me back here every Tuesday. I would say Tuesday, depending on how busy I am, because again, my food thing is getting real good. I done got me a good video together. I done did a demo, and I'm still working on the website, and I want to give it to y'all all together, so I don't get a little bit here, a little bit there. But if you want to see a preview of my video telling about me and what I do, go to my Facebook page. I'm Chefalina Scott, Cheffalina. Shout me out. Let me know you came from YouTube. I'll say what's up. And remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all next Tuesday if I don't do something else this week. Because I'm feeling like I want to talk about something else. I'm not really sure yet. But everybody that's still rocking with me, I appreciate y'all. And I'll see you next time. Peace.